Hey guys, welcome to Cozy One Podcast. We back. This is episode 7. Last time you were here, I talked about the importance of a women's tribe. Now I want to talk about the importance of a dad tribe. Um, and this is why. This is why the last one was a women's tribe, and this is why this is the importance of a dad tribe, because it is rare that a man can talk to a man who is a father can talk to another man who isn't a father and get good advice, because that's a completely different mindset, right? There is no maternal instinct um, or fatherly instinct in a man who has never been a father and who isn't a father and hasn't fathered anyone, right? And with a mom, there is always a maternal instinct or some sort of connection, because they are the ones who carry a child. So that's why I have this one titled A Dad Tribe. And men having a dad tribe is important for a point of reference, a guide, mentoring, or just feedback on what they're doing or what they can improve on. And mothers who need a dad direction is also a benefit in having a dad tribe. Also, women who are single mothers who have kids who may not have the dad around. It's good to have a dad tribe where you can go for feedback or help or extracurriculars for your kids. Men who have a perspective to offer is so important, because sometimes women can think one way and not see the other side of it from a man's perspective that's respected. And sometimes, um, men, they don't get the right feedback from people who are young and immature about life on their level to push forward to be a great father. You have to get that from someone that you respect, who is older than you, or who is doing similar forward thinking like you are, right? And that could be an uncle, best friend, coworker, barber, mechanic, grandfathers, other dads, older dads, younger dads who are entrepreneurs, and they can prioritize what they need to do. So that's what we're talking about for episode 7. After these messages, we'll be right back. Hey moms, are you looking for something stylish to put on, some good accessories, and some must-haves for women? Things that make sense, that snatch us in the right way. Okay, look no more. Chris has you set up, okay? Check out shopicon.com. SHOPICCON.com. Chris is a mom doing it in her own way, okay? She's giving moms like me momentum to go ahead and do our thing, all right? I look up to her. I love her. She's very funny. Check out her podcast, Is It Tuesday? Okay, really real, really good. You can find her and her products on the site. She has shoes, intimate gear, and new arrivals and more. She even has some vintage-like items on Once Upon a Time. Okay, has some great pieces, and they do go fast. So pay attention and make sure you know when she's about to do a drop. Okay, my favorite items that she has that I'm always reading up on is definitely those satin line caps. Okay, because when the hair is done and the hair is moisturized, you can get the things done. So please check her out and follow her on IG at shop.icon. Peace. Hey there, people. Hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to check out Cozy Womb Shop, okay? The link is in the bio. You can also reach the shop at www.whoisshan.com. On Cozy Womb Shop, my thing that I'm going for right now in the t-shirts is good colors, good fun colors for the kids, for mom, for dad, unisex, and some new masks and some new colors. And I'm focusing on spreading love and getting love, okay? So on there, find what you're into. I have stickers, I have hoodies, and I have mugs, okay? But we got to get into this new season of Cozy One Podcast while you enjoy your merch. Let's go. You're back. You made it. All right. So when you have a good dad tribe, you avoid these things. You avoid wasting money because they tell you what you need to buy, what you don't need to buy. You avoid making bad decisions. That comes with being a new parent, being an unseasoned parent. Chicken don't taste good when you don't season it right. But once you get your season and everything together, it's delicious, okay? Your relationship and your bonds with your mother can be better if you have a man in your life that you respect and look up to. The relationships with your children's mother will be better because you know what to do and what not to do. You know what to add and what to take away. Um, when you have a good dad tribe, you can avoid making moves based on ego and pride. You can avoid being overwhelmed with no mama time if you're a woman, because just because your child's dad is not either living or not around or not in your child's life, it doesn't mean your child is completely out of the option of having a fatherly figure. Be smart about it. Make sure you have good communication with your child about it. Make sure you understand your child's personality and be honest. Like, if it's just a coach, it's just a coach. Don't mix up dating the coach while having the coach be in your child's life, and then they get attached and then the relationship don't work, and then that's not your coach anymore. Like, don't mix up that, right? If it's a neighbor, keep it respectable, meaning ain't no popping up at your neighbor's house just because they're good with your kids, or if they invite you for a barbecue, you can go sometimes, but you don't need to go all the time. If they're outside playing with your kids, or your kids are over there with their kids, respect that. Yeah, sometimes your child could come over here, but don't send your child to my house every day. Like, respect people's boundaries and think about, if you were that father, or you were that dad, or you were that older gentleman, would you want to have someone else's child on you every day, all the time? Like, be considerate. And a good dad tribe helps you avoid not taking advantage of dumb options or having options on what you can do, where you should go, having access to financial advisors, because older men are usually more concerned with their money, how they use their money, how to grow their money, who holds their money financially, who's a good advisor to go to, who's a great person to do your taxes. Be mindful, be smart. If something sounds sketchy, just leave it alone. And just, hone in on, I respect this person. This person has a good moral code. They have values. They have standards. I love their boundaries. I respect how they conduct business. I respect how they carry themselves in the neighborhood, extracurricular activities. I've built a bond with this person. This person is always sharing good ideas with me. They help me make good choices on things to buy, ways to save my money, or how to invest in stock market, because a lot of older men right now are invested in stock market. A lot of younger people too. Men also need sometimes another male or a father to decompress. Like, let me, vent. Men do vent. It's not a womanly thing for men to vent, but they don't like cry and whine every time they're confused, right? And I'm not saying all women cry and whine every time we're confused, but it's just like, I need like a man to give me feedback, or I need a man to listen, or I need a man's understanding of where I'm coming from. Sometimes what a woman may say to a man that another man may say to that same man, he's going to understand it from a man better. Listen, I don't make the air drums. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the baritone voice, but they just get it better from another man telling them, right? And dads need to decompress because children are a lot. And if women had to not carry a child, and the first time you meet your child or you feel your child is at birth, and then you have to develop whatever that relationship is, and also nurture the relationship with a father who had that child, it will be completely different. And we have to, as mothers, realize that yes, I carried a baby for 9 months, you know. And now this father gets to meet this human that they helped create. This father is not 100% within this child. 50% of who this father is in this child, right? But this child is still its own individual. And you have to give fathers time to nurture what that relationship is. You got to give fathers space to understand that I am a father. This is my fatherly role. This is what's working. This is not what's working. And I don't feel like women give fathers enough time to build those bonds, especially if it's not a healthy relationship before the child. It's hard to have a close relationship with a child that you hardly get to see or you hardly get to spend good time with. Right? And the longer you go without having a good bond with your child, the later you catch on to have a bond with your child, it's still going to be at like probably 60% of what it could have been. Right? And my thing is just like start from the beginning, nurture from the beginning. And
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? Hero Bread serves up 0 to 1 grams of net carbs, 5 to 11 grams of protein, and high fiber in every delicious serving. Made with natural ingredients, Hero Bread supports gut health, promotes weight management, and helps maintain blood sugar. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb goodies like rich, flaky croissants and buttery brioche slider rolls. Head to hero.co to shop today.
Give guys space, right? You know how to love yourself efficiently when you have a good dad tribe. You get a head start on how to set yourself up for later when you have a good dad tribe. And that's why it's very important to talk to your uncles, talk to your barbers. Men going to barbers is like them going to therapists sometimes. Sometimes men come in the barber shop and they don't say nothing to their barbers. They dap them up. Sometimes they don't even pass cash. They send them cash digitally, and they did. But sometimes that's what men need. You get insight on places and experiences you haven't gotten or don't need to get in order to get feedback and game on in life from other dads. And if you feel like you're not being a father correctly and you see another man that you respect being a great father, then you can pick up on what they're doing. Men who prosper rub off on other men. Men who do nothing have nothing of substance to give to other men. And you need to understand that. You need to embed that into your brain because I understand every community is different and you may have friends who chose a different path, but they're also fathers. But if you consistently see a man from 7 a.m. standing on the corner, eating, drinking, talking, playing music, hanging out, watching other people move about, and you know they got 3 kids, but you don't never see his kids with him. He never leave to go pick up any kids. He's not home doing homework. He's not going to a job. You really don't see him work. Is he really a good father? Like, I feel like a lot of times it's common sense to know who is a father and is really showing up in their fatherhood. But I feel like today's men, especially younger men, have this attitude of, that's not my business. I take care of mine. But a male who has kids, who understand that kids have needs, they don't have time to idle, and they're not going to idle if they really care about those kids. Right? because you have to come with something every day. Kids don't need you on the weekends only. Kids don't need you on their birthdays only. Kids don't need you on fake holidays only. They need you every day. You need to be consistent every day. So having a good dad tribe is very important. Having men who you respect, you honor, who will honestly check you for the betterment of you is very important. So if you don't have a dad tribe, you don't know other dads, you got to put yourself in positions to know other dads. Kids games, um, kids activities, the park, talking to other men that come in the barbershop with their kids. Usually men come in the barbershop with their kids on Thursdays to avoid Friday rush. If they really just didn't have time, they'll bring them in on Friday or Saturday. And if that barbershop is open, maybe Sunday. But even if you don't have a father in your life and you are a father, you know nothing about fatherhood, I'm sure there's like grown men that you probably play basketball with or go to church, help out in the community, own a business that you can talk to. Like, there's no man on this earth who is a father who is alone unless he chooses to be. There's no woman on this earth who is a mother that is alone and stuck unless she chooses not to find resources to help herself out of that feeling of being stuck. There are men out here who are fathers who do not just see a woman's body as sex, right? There are men out here who want women who are raising girls and boys to excel. And they do want those girls and boys to know what a real man is, a good man is, so they can have balance. And being married is not always the answer to fix all parents' problems. There are also problems in marriages. There are marriages who are lopsided where the woman is doing a lot more when it comes to the kids and the dad just feels like, oh, I pay the bills, so boom. There are those marriages, and there are marriages where it's flipped, where women really don't cook, they don't really want a mother, they'll pick up the kids, they'll make sure they have their backpack, but they're not helping them with homework. They make sure they get on the bus and they go to work and they want to hang out. And the father works, comes home, helps with homework, cooks, make sure the kids are having a good time. So, everybody is different. So I'm really not a fan of people thinking marriage is the answer every time to everything when it comes to being a great parent. It's really not always the answer, but what is the answer is being present. What is the answer is putting in honest effort. What is the answer is having good people around you as an example of who you should be. Because good men do not condone or keep close friends who do not prioritize and take care of their children. So you can't tell me, oh, my best friend is a great father. They do this and this with their kids. They make sure they have this. They take them on vacation. Anytime I see them, they always got their kids. But you have kids and you're not doing the same thing. So that's a problem. There's no way that could be your best friend, because your best friend is going to point out when you slipping. Your best friend is going to tell you, like, where the kids at? Don't let me see you again without your kids. Maybe in a funny way, but they're serious about, you need to be more involved. And you can tell your friends as men to be more involved with their kids. It's not you it's not a diss. It's just like, I notice, I see you a lot, and I've never seen your kids. You really don't talk about your kids. What's going on with your kids? Let me see a picture of your kids. It's called being decent. It's called being a human. It's called observing. Right? So just find your people, find your tribe, find your dad tribe, and bond and grow and build. Share ideas, make good choices, and just be honest and real that I just need somebody to talk to right now. I just need somebody to vent. What my child's mother is saying to me right now is completely disrespectful, and I don't know how to be a great father in my child's life and also deal with her because I don't understand where all this animosity or this anger is coming from. It's always coming from somewhere. But I understand that some people are more difficult than others. So, whatever your resource is, you know, talk it up, figure it out. Thank you for listening to the Cozy One podcast. My name is Shan. Don't forget to like and review and share the show. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.